Hey guys, come back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. We're gonna get back into more content. We're back with a new mukbang. This is probably a bit different, probably not a sponsored one, for all we know. I believe she might be cooking, I think, by the looks of it. Either way, let's get into it and see what she's up to, shall we? Alright, so we have, now you can sponsor a mukbang of your choice by sending your request with the amount it will cost to my PayPal. $20 minimum for a request. Funds must cover the total cost of a mukbang. Thanks for supporting my content. Mate, she really is broke, isn't she? Like, straight up. $20 per mukbang. Like, can you say it any louder? I guess that husband of hers really is just for show too. And I would feel bad for people not being able to afford food if she didn't get on the internet, on a live stream, and shit talk Becky. Like, out here calling Becky beggy, saying they're doing X, Y, and Z, they're begging for money, it's pathetic, and all this other stuff. Now, here she is, can't even afford her own food, so she needs $20 per meal. Per meal, because, you know, apparently 2 chicken sandwiches is the bare minimum for her. You know what you should do, Foodie? Like, you know, your husband loves you. You said it yourself, he loves you, he's gonna spend the rest of his life with you, he'll do anything for your love and approval. Tell him to get a better paying job. Tell him to get off his ass and actually work. That way, he can pay the bills, because you're the stay-at-home wife and his responsibility is to take care of you. I'm willing to bet if she has that conversation with him, she's out of the house in 2 seconds. So I've noticed 2 things already. One, she lifted up the lid, so a bunch of water's going to run off it onto the floor or the stove. Also, the spoon itself is just barefaced on the stove. Just dirty. Like, my dude, you make it harder for yourself. If you just did the right thing while cooking, you would have less to clean up.
Hello guys, hello! Welcome back to another video. Alright, so you heard the call to prayer, so it's time to break the fast. Bismillah.
I'm willing to bet she is probably a giant annoyance the entire time. Like, she's counting the minutes down to breaking the fast, and he's probably off somewhere else. I would have to assume in the spare bedroom, hiding away from her.
I was thirsty. Pepsi? Diet? So I have my beef curry, sorry. Beef curry with potato, beef and potato curry. Some air-fried cheese sambosa, and some basmati. So let's dig into this. Oh my goodness. Beauty bite.
Yeah, there's going to be nothing beautiful about this, and I would be surprised if she doesn't end up with a bunch of stew on her sleeve again.
Curry.
You like everything you make because you put so much salt in it, it's probably making you delirious.
I make a really good beef curry.
You should probably make it more often, that way you spend less money on takeaway, and, you know, getting it delivered, and that way your husband also has a hearty meal when he goes to work and pays your bills like he should be doing.
So I was enjoying his. So yeah, I thought I would have Iftar with you guys. Let's try this.
Which is really sad, because if I'm not mistaken, Iftar is like breaking the fast, but you do it as a celebration or as a social kind of event with friends and family. The fact that your husband is not with you while celebrating that is kind of sad. Like, it really is.
I was in the mood to cook today. Rare occasion. 1 o'clock.
So let me get this straight. You've been cooking curry, which is something that smells through the entire house. Really good if you cook it right. And you've been cooking that for maybe 5-6 hours, and you didn't have a meal in between that. Am I supposed to believe you? I don't believe you for a second. In fact, I'm pretty sure, well, not 100%, but I'm pretty sure you're probably sneaking some on the down low.
The problem with cooking for Iftar is the smell in the house.
Which is why I don't believe her. Like, how are you gonna have food cooking for 5 hours and not have a single thing? Like, it is Foodie after all. Like, there's not a chance in hell that is ever gonna happen. Remember yesterday? Like, she ate a meal while her other meal was arriving. Like, it was getting carried from point A to point B, and she was like, nah, I can't handle that, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna have leftovers, and then have my meal afterwards, and then have a spare burger after that.
It's torture.
If it is true, like, hands down, that would be the worst form of torture. Like, just don't feed her for a day and then put a KFC twister in front of her face. Like, that would be the worst form of torture for Foodie.
I'm gonna try to slow down a bit because... Do you guys like curries?
I did, up until about 10 minutes ago.
Now, I find a certain logic. I think I've talked about this before, but I have a bad memory, so... But there's a certain logic, and one of the comments I saw... I can't remember where. I don't think it was in my comments. Anyway, I have had comments like this though before, but where people will see somebody eating like, hey baby, something junky, like a fast food meal or something. Yeah, by the way, I have no makeup on yet.
Foodie, can you just harpoon the bloody whale and get to the point?
I'll be getting ready later because we're going to be going out to eat bees somewhere. Anyway.
I thought this was supposed to be dinner because, like, isn't that the entire point of Iftar, is to end it in the evening? This might not even be a Muslim thing. This might straight up just be a Foodie thing. Like, this could be her first dinner, but she's going to have a second one later.
Let's say that you see someone eating, like, a Big Mac and fries.
Oh my god, is this going to be like a fat phobia speech? Like Amber Lynn's, you know, if you see a big woman eating food and you judge her because she's eating a Big Mac, therefore you're fat phobic and X, Y, Z? Like, no. It's not. Get over yourself.
And with a diet soda. And they're like, why bother with the diet soda?
I mean, are they wrong though?
That's the kind of mentality I try to stay away from, but it's hard, but...
Yeah, no, logic is not something you should be bringing into the conversation because your logic is, it's only 2 KD, so therefore it's okay to have. Meanwhile, my dude, type 2 diabetes, IBS, and morbidly obese. Not exactly a winning combo when it comes to health.
It's part of that mentality where it's like, if you're going to eat junk, you may as well have a full sugar soda. And it's like, because eliminating the full sugar is still better than having it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, but at the same time, I just want to float it out there. This is the same woman who had a mental breakdown over a single salad and then proceeded to ruin her diet, eat 2 weeks of unhealthy food, and then finish it off with Halloween by ordering a bunch of donuts.
And also, like, a regular sugar soda has, like, tons of grams of sugar, whereas the diet doesn't, and it also has a lot more calories, where there's 0 calories, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. It's like you're already eating 1,000 calories, so why add more? Like, I don't know.
I mean, by that logic, what you should do is cut out the soda altogether, have water, and some salads once in a while to cut out the sugar and all the calories you have.
So I don't understand how people don't understand how people have diet soda with a junkie meal. You know?
Because to a lot of people, it's kind of irrational for you to be eating thousands of calories over your limit, gaining a bunch of weight, and being like, alright, I'm just going to have a little bit of soda, because it seems kind of counteractive to the point you're trying to make, because you are drinking soda to limit the amount of calories you're having, but you're not limiting your food, so that way you're not overeating. Like, that is kind of the point in which people are like, why even bother?
Or someone was like, this was a comment, like, you don't want to drink the sugary drinks in your fridge, but you had the strawberry kunafa dessert. Yeah, because I already had sugar, and I don't want to have more, you know what I mean?
Better question is, why do you even care about the comments? Because you yourself are the one that's putting yourself in danger. Who cares what other people think? Like, you're the one who should be cutting sugar out of your diet because you're on a medication to lower your levels. And you've admitted in the past that your levels are really high, 20 to 24, which is very dangerous. Meanwhile, you're still eating the same shit every single day. Like, who cares about the comments? Care about your diet a little bit more.
I limited myself to having like a few bites of each thing on purpose, you know? So why am I then gonna go drink straight sugar, you know?
This girl is straight up delusional. Like, what do you mean you limit yourself to a few bites of things every day? Like, you had 2 chicken burgers yesterday plus a pasta meal. Basically in one sitting, because I don't believe for a second that the camera turned off and you just put that burger away. It was going in your mouth the moment the camera turned off. And you could say it didn't, but I don't believe you. And it's like, I'm actually, you know what, I was thinking about that for a second. I was just taking a moment while I was talking to think about it. She probably could eat a burger in a few bites. Like, oh, I could do this in like 4 bites. She probably could.
But that's why I did it. That's why stay away from the sugary drinks, because also the drinks like that have sugar, they don't have any other ingredients that, you know, it just goes right to your, like, it's just like liquid. Goes right into your bloodstream, you know?
Well, I mean, it is a liquid because it is a drink, so therefore, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Also, like, you're eating rice, and even if it's basmati rice, which is better for diabetics, it's still rice. Like, it's not the best thing you can have for a diabetic. So if you're going to talk shit about soda, maybe not eat rice while you're talking shit about soda.
Like rice. Basmati rice is one of the rices that are actually lower on the glycemic index, apparently, and if you make the rice starch resistant by putting it in the fridge for 24 hours, even better. But the rice is mixed with fiber from the potatoes and the protein from the meat. So if I had a full sugar Pepsi with this meal, for example, it would be a lot worse, you know?
Why, realistically, you should be on a very strict diet, because leaving it up to your medication isn't the best mentality. Also, she often forgets her medication. It's like, oh, I'll take it today, I'll take it tomorrow, oh, I forgot, oh, let's do it right now. Like, need to be a lot more on top of that.
I don't mean to sound preachy. I'm just saying what, like, my thoughts are, you know?
I don't want to be that person, but you are basically the reason why you got type 2 diabetes. You're middle-aged, you're morbidly obese, and then on top of that, you also have a very poor diet. And yes, anyone can get type 2 diabetes. Pretty much anyone who is like middle-aged or above is at increased risk because of obviously how your body works. But if you are morbidly obese, especially from childhood, you're at a such higher risk for type 2 diabetes. So you are the reason, essentially, why you got it in the first place. So your line of reasoning, not exactly the best, and people really shouldn't take into account.
I'm happy I cooked.
And I'm happy this video is nearly over, because I have never heard a single person suck their own ego as much as this woman has. Like, my dude, it's a stew. Calm the hell down. You didn't cure cancer.
Not gonna be so happy that I have to clean now, but I'll survive. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alright guys, it's come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and I do apologize for, making you guys wait for these ones. It's something I didn't really plan. My friends decided to hassle me until I joined them on Neverwinter, and we spent, I started playing at like 7 o'clock at night, and then we stayed up until 4 in the morning doing dungeon raids and missions and boss fights. So like, I am exhausted, so I really do apologize for making you guys wait for these videos, and hopefully get to see you lovely people in the next ones. Bye bye.